Hello again, everyone. I want to make a card today with some of my new-ish acquisitions. These two are Stamp Kitchen from Miser Print. These are all since the Kenilworth weekend, you understand. I bought this little Gummiapan teddy, taken him off his card, but I haven't made a card with him yet. So there's those two Stamp Kitchen ones. This one is a Studio Light. It was a double that Deb had, so she gave it to me. So I love these mixed sentiments of script and text and print. Do you know what I mean? Love it. Absolutely love it. So these ones are particularly catching my eye, so I thought I'd use one of those. So I may do Christmas hugs or Merry Christmas or warm wishes, one of those three probably. I don't think I want to make it into a Happy New Year card at the moment. So what I've started with is two pieces of A4. One I have cut into two down across the width, and the other one I have cut a piece off the side so that when folded, this piece will make a square card. It's just under 6 inches. It's not quite a 6-inch card, but you know, it's an imperial measure. It's a very, I think, A4 is a very, very, very strange size. Look, can you see? It's just over 29.5 centimetres. It's just not quite 30. Now, why couldn't it made it 30? Would have made everything, whole site, easier. Anyway, this is the halfway point, so I'm going to score down here on the right side, fold it over, put my fingers near the crease, make sure the corners are together, over each other carefully, and then just burnish that edge. So there's my card base. Okay, what I have left are several pieces. One of these I'm going to use to make a panel to put on the front of my card. Where's the front? Opens that way. Okay, to put on the front of my card. So this will probably be cut down a bit, and I can either do that with the trimmer or with the die. Then I've got a little bit left here. I've got this, I've got that. That could make another panel for another card, but I'm hoping I can get my die cuts out of this off-cut here. So I'll put that one away for the moment. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but what I fancy is the teddy sitting in the moon, holding a couple of these maybe, with a sentiment somewhere or other. So I've just had a thought. I have got a Gummiapan die that will take some stars out of the background. I've also got some Creative Depot embossing dies that might be useful. What have I? These are all continental dies in here, ones that have come from Germany and, well, mainly Germany really. Creative Depot, Charlie and Pulchen, that kind of stuff. So somewhere in here I have got that one. That one kind of debosses hearts, a whole ring of hearts. I wonder what the moon would look like on. Let's take it out of here and have a look. It's funny, you start off with one idea, don't you? And then your mind goes off. Well, mine does. My mind goes off on a total tangent. Oh, I hate it when stuff sticks on the back. I'll get that off with a bit of this. This is isopropyl alcohol. Oh, it irritates me. Some you can pull off, some you can't. And I hate it when you can't. There you go, it's gone. Oh dear, I do hate it. And it's the same with just about every... Let's have a look. That might be quite nice, mightn't it? With the teddy. He's going to be... I can have it that way up, you see. It'll be kind of the teddy sitting in the moon like this. Sitting in the moon with his feet sticking out, and then have a... I might try that. Let's try it. Okay, I've got some stars, extra stars I can just put around the sky. I'll just have a look and see what the other ones were. That's a starry one. And that's an embossing die. Doesn't cut anything, just cuts into. That's a possibility. Several. Oh, those are more like snowflakes, those two. I think they're Creative Depot. These are Simply Graphic, some of these. Charlie and Pulchen. There's Charlie and Pulchen. Let's try the heart one and see what we think, actually. Let's do that. I'm just going to spend a little bit of time now cutting out these pieces, and I'll be right back because that's kind of boring. So I'll be back in just 1 minute. I've done a whole bunch of cutting out. I've got the bits here. I've cut 2 moons, so I'm going to stick those together for a bit of dimension. I've got 2 Teds and various pads and muzzles and goodness knows what, and some of these stick doodads. As I was doing it, I thought about I had some more star embossing dies. These are all Creative Depot, I think. So when you use embossing dies like this, you just put them through the machine as if it was a regular cutting die. But it doesn't cut anything right out. It cuts into the card, but it doesn't cut anything out. So I thought, you know, that might look kind of nice. So I just tried that with the bear kind of... I was thinking white on white here, by the way, which is why I'm thinking about all this texture. With the bear sitting there in the moon, holding on some of these, have those tucked under his arm, and then the sentiment perhaps down here. But I thought I would try this one as well, and I'll show you the process of embossing dies. You just, as I say, you just use them as if it's a regular cutting die. These funny marks here are because on this side, most of the hearts are kind of facing this way. So I kind of looked at it the right way up. What I did is put if I can find a ruler, can't find a ruler. We'll pretend this is a ruler. We'll pretend this bone folder is a ruler. Went like this and put it behind so that it's kind of level, and then just drew these lines. Do you see there? So that I know that from this way up, it's going to be pretty much level. Okay, so onto there, just onto into the die cutting machine in the ordinary way, regular sandwich for cutting. But this is not going to cut, it's just going to impress, emboss, or whatever you care to call it. Oh, gosh, it's tough. Oh, goodness me. There we go. Right. So as you can see, we've got lots and lots and lots of little hearts. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, it's cut one right out there. Crikey. Never mind. I might try and find that and put it back in. We'll see, unless I put something over it. So if we put the moon there like that, with Teddy in the moon, that might look quite nice too. So if I don't use it for this, I'll always use it for something else. Oh, that is... I said it was tough to go through, didn't I? I don't know if I can see the heart. Never mind, not to worry. Let's carry on with... I think I'll do the star one. So next thing to do is to stick these 2 moons together, just to give them a bit more depth, a bit more dimension. And then I can start to build up the rest of the picture. I thought with the bear, because Gummiapan dies have got all these little sort of cut lines, I can use... make the one that's under his arm just a little bit larger, and then tuck the stick decorations. I don't know what you call these things, but they're pretty. I like them. Let's try and get this together. Nearly there. There we are. There's our moon. So with Teddy, I put a piece of tape behind here to keep those eyes in, but the top layer, I'm going to leave them out so that his eyes do look a little bit more recessed. But I'm going to put the pupils of his eyes in first. So let's just get a fine liner pen and we'll put his eyes in there. Do that first, and then it won't affect this top piece of card. Okay, that's fine. I've done the same thing with his muzzle. If you're going to use this die coloured, the joy is the little nose comes out, so you could colour it black, put a piece of tape on the back, put it in, and there'd be no black transferring to whatever colour you're putting around the rest of the muzzle. As it's going to be white, I'm not bothered, so I'm just going to leave it. This chap, I'm wondering whether we'll just cut his ears off this layer. If I don't like it, I can cut another one because it's not stuck down yet. So I'll try cutting his ears off and see what it looks like. If it looks awful, I'll just cut another one. We'll start again. Okay, and this one. Definitely going to cut his arms off this one. There we go. Make that a bit smoother, I think, really. Matthew from Miser Print is being asked if he wants to do another day at Kenilworth. So I'm up for it. I don't know quite. Yes, those ears look better, don't they? We're doing good. Okie dokie. Now, the 2 feet, the 2 paws, this one, again, you see, if you wanted to do that pad a different colour, just got a tiny bit to snip there. And then you can snip it out, do a different colour for the outside, pop it back in again. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Let's get rid of the bits I don't need, so I know what I'm doing. Don't need the ears. Don't need the arms. Okay, those can go. Right. This one goes on the top, I think, like that. Turn his feet out a little bit, I think. The other foot kind of comes from behind, I think. So I may put that either right behind or in between the two. I think it's going to have to go right behind, otherwise it's going... Let me stick this down. Let me stick this. I'm just talking aloud, really. Well, you know what I mean. Thinking aloud. Talking aloud. Yes, I am thinking aloud. So that's what all this prattling on is all about. But I know some of you don't mind the bit of prattle. I think occasionally I get people who are not keen. Let me know. But I just like to chat to you as I'm going along. Right, let's try and get this one. This one comes in. I think it looks as if it's just... That's all right there, isn't it? Let's put a bit of glue on here. I looked for quite some time to try and find out where this looked sort of authentic, and it's kind of got to come from there-ish. If you imagine his hip is sort of down behind there somewhere. Let's leave a moment for... I think that's okay. And this one can go kind of like that, I think. So just the top part of this one. I think I'm going to put a piece of tape on this one just to hold that pad in place, so it doesn't look flapping about kind of thing. Let's just put a tiny bit of sticky tape on the back. Now a little bit of glue just on the top of here. Let's see. I think he looks comfy, don't you? About like that. Perhaps put his other foot over the top. Whoops, let me just put this back on. There we go. Just needs a moment to take hold. Right, muzzle. Here's his little muzzle. Let's put a bit of glue on this. This also, I say, has got a little bit of tape on the back to hold his nose up in. Pop that on. Just about there. Oh, what a sweetie. There. That's where I want to put those stick things, just wondering if I need to do 2 of these to make them a bit more robust. They are quite skinny and they're not going to be stuck down much. So let's see. Let's just look at him. He's got to look comfy, hasn't he? Right down there like that. I think he's got to go. Sitting, okay. And see, we won't be able to put 3 in. Let's see. I do wonder whether I need to double up on these. Is it, sweetie? We'll find the right angle for them presently. I think this is the arm they would look best in because of all the stars on the other side of the front panel. I'll sort of arrange them presently. Let's just see. So if the moon is going to go, let's pop the moon in the middle, shall we? It's just the angle of it really that's going to support him best. About like that, perhaps. Okay, he looks very, very, very comfy. Let's put some glue on this. Just hold that a moment or 2. Okay. Now, I think he may need a little bit of foam tape behind him. I don't know what to do with these ends. They look a bit, perhaps they should go up more upright. Not sure what to do with those. Let me just have a think. Oh, his nose is slipped. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This will never do. Can't have a slipped nose. There we go. Let me just do the sentiment and then I can see if I need to alter anything, move anything around. I will have let's just do a regular Merry Christmas. Let's have a Merry Christmas. He's got a Christmas tree in his hand, hasn't he? Let's have Merry Christmas. I think this stamp would look better in this stamp platform. So I'm going to directly onto the things. I'm going to try. I am going to try. I don't know if it's going to work, but because we've got that piece of something there, it may, I don't know, it may stop some of the stamp going down. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. So let's give a quick swish of this. All right. Versamark. And just do the Christmas, but the end of the Christmas bit again. This bit down the bottom here. I think that's done. I'll try it. I'll try it. We can but see. Oh, I haven't got. I was going to get my heat tool. I haven't got any embossing powder. Oh my lord. Well, I have to say, that is a fabulous stamp. Look at that. That's beautiful. Love it. Excellent. I'm looking a bit curved. I could probably heat this on the other side and flatten it up a bit. I'll just try that. It's quite a bit better. The foam tape will straighten it out anyway, so that's not a problem. All right, and the teddy is going to go on here. And I think what I'll do, once he's in position, I'll arrange these things and then put a little glue dot behind them to keep them in position. Okie dokie, that is settled. First thing I'm going to do is to put some foam tape on the back of this to attach it to the card front. I had a real job yesterday trying to export a video that was kind of long, and I had to do all sorts of things. Deb had given me a wheeze to do something, and I don't know what. I had to force quit this and open with that, and oh dear. But I got it on yesterday, but I'm not sure that the quality I had to get it on with is as good as normal, so I just apologise if it was a bit, you know, not as sharp maybe. Some people have said before that sometimes the videos have been not as, you know, crystal clear as other times, so I don't know if it's the way it's exported, or I don't know, I don't understand. It's all too techy for me. Right, let's get this on. There's a hair stuck in there. That's it. Now, little chap needs, don't lose those out of there. He needs a little bit of foam tape. He can be stuck on there. A bit of foam tape behind his head and behind that paw, I think, and some glue elsewhere. Okay, a little bit of foam tape on his head, we said, didn't we? Okay, there's a bit on his head. A little bit on this paw. Okay. And I think we need a bit of glue on there. And maybe a bit of glue on his tummy. Let's just see. A bit of this arm. On his tummy. And that paw. Okay. Let's take this off. Haven't done any moulding with him, so he's kind of flat, but I think he'll be okay. Right, that's going to go on there. Don't want those underneath that. Let's move him over a little bit so his head looks like he's resting more. Okay. I think that's better. He's half asleep, isn't he? Let's put these in where we want them. maybe like that. Okay, so this is the time for glue dots. These are the very smalls, these are the ones I want. Okay. Let's put one behind here. Okay. One behind the star. We put it under his ear. Let's cut another one off. That one there. And that one about here, perhaps. Okay, let's cut one more glue dot and I think we're done. Got a bit of sellotape stuck to my finger. There we go. I think we're there. Get rid of all my little bits and pieces. Here we go. Here's Teddy in the moon. Bless him. So, stamp kitchen, studio light, Gummiapan, Creative Depot. They're German. I think Studio Light are Dutch. I'm not really sure. So it's quite a cosmopolitan kind of card. So I hope you enjoyed it and come back and see me very soon. Thanks for watching.